Hello Starshine! My name is Liz and this is my channel, Simsational Stories. If you have not seen my videos before and you enjoy this one, please like and subscribe. And maybe check out my Facebook page where this whole thing began as well. All relevant links are in the description below. And of course, if you're a Sims player and you'd like to download any of the characters featured in my stories, just search the hashtag Simsational Stories on the Sims 4 gallery. All original content is created by This Is Not Eric. Alrighty then. So, welcome, and what is up, Buttercup? Are you having a good day or a bad day? Whichever your answer, please allow me to distract you from your life and tell you a story, a Simsational story. Before I begin though, I'd like to issue this blanket content and trigger warning. The following story is just Sims, hey. I'm not going to apologise for treating them terribly, if that's what I've done, but I do want to assure you now that although I mean absolutely no harm, I completely understand if you feel unable to consume my content. Many loves, and we will catch each other on the internet elsewhere. Okay, so now we've gotten that over with, let's go. Today's story is from Sunflower's story, and we're at chapter 5. If you have not seen previous chapters and would like to catch up, there are playlists available on my channel so you can hear the entire story in chronological order. The rest of us are going to move on from where we left off last time though. So without further ado. Once homeless teenager, Sunflower Andrews, had been at Sulani's hippie commune, Ohana Hale, for a few months now, and she was so grateful to be there, rather than sleeping on the streets of San Mishono like she once had. The commune had welcomed her with open arms, but although she loved so much of it there, something inside her knew that she still wasn't where she really belonged. The one thing that made Ohana Hale really work for Sunflower was the founder's partner, Nina Varela. Nina, her son and grandson had moved to Ohana Hale after a family tragedy, and she and Sunflower had hit it off from the start. Something about the young girl's mischievous spirit spoke to the old lady, and Sunflower just loved how bright a personality Nina had. Their bond was the highlight of Sunflower's time at Ohana Hale. It didn't hurt that Nina and her handsome young son Alejandro were both magical beings, adept and accomplished in their own right. The two practiced their magic at Ohana Hale without shame, and Sunflower found herself admiring their skill with envy. If only she could do that. She wondered if Nina would teach her. Nina wasn't willing to be her mentor, but Sunflower's obvious admiration for Nina's magical talents gave the crafty old lady an inspirational idea. She didn't want to mention it to anyone on Ohana Hale, least of all Sunflower, until she could be sure, but she thought she might have a solution to all their problems. Nina went to her hometown of Glimmerbrook to visit her old friend Eleanor Spurlock, who she had grown up with. The two had been best friends since childhood, and although Nina had moved to Sulani after meeting her husband Garcia at university, she had always kept in touch with Eleanor, who had married and had a family of her own. Throughout the years, Eleanor and Nina had maintained their strong friendship despite the vastly different directions their lives had gone in, and they still met regularly for Duel Club, which they had started together once a month. Eleanor kept Nina connected to her magic, while Nina was like a grounding rock for Eleanor. Eleanor Spurlock's entire family were part of a strong and ancient magical bloodline stretching back generations. Her daughter Esmeralda, son-in-law Quinton, and granddaughter Caitlin were all strong spellcasters, and they practiced their craft together as a family. After discussing the matter with her friend first, Nina brought Sunflower over to the Spurlock's house to introduce her to them all. It was Nina's secret idea that, if it suited everyone, Sunflower might go there next. Eleanor had a granddaughter around Sunflower's age, and Nina thought they could be good for each other. And, to Sunflower's surprise, she found Caitlin Spurlock really easy to talk to. She'd been hesitant at first to even come over, but never really having had a friend her own age before, she'd been tempted enough to give in to Nina's request. And Caitlin was so warm and welcoming, yet at the same time Sunflower could just tell that Caitlin was a little erratic, just like she was. Maybe this could work out after all. And oh, it was so good to talk to someone who really understood what it was like. Sunflower had always thought that she suffered and made others suffer, her sudden mood swings. But Caitlin had a different attitude. They couldn't help the way they were, and they should just embrace it as a strength, not a weakness. She said that her attitude came from her connection to her magic, and that the understanding that she had to embrace her whole natural self to truly harness her full magical potential had helped her a lot. All in all, that first visit to the Spurlock household left Sunflower with a lot to think about. She hadn't realised she felt so disconnected from the commune and its members until she connected with Caitlin like that. But now she was back home, it stood out starkly to her. She just didn't fit in. This wasn't really her home, and she wasn't really meant to be there. Yet every time Sunflower went to the Spurlock house, she felt it, that quiet, comfortable, and peaceful feeling, as if she could finally breathe or something. Nina had always evoked an echo of that feeling in her, but it was nowhere near what she felt over in Glimmerbrook. Something about that place and its people, especially the Spurlocks, and even more especially Caitlin, called to Sunflower. Caitlin and Sunflower honestly got on like a house on fire. They just had so much in common. Both of them were outsiders, like they had always just inherently felt different somehow to all the other girls. And they both loved indie music and dark humour and magic. Sunflower had always wanted a best friend like this, and now she had one. It was like a dream come true. For her part, Caitlin thought Sunflower was amazing too. She had been through so much in such a short time, and she was so strong. Yet she was vulnerable too, as beautiful in her shrill fragility as a snowflake in the sunshine. Truth be told, Caitlin knew she felt a lot more than just friendship for Sunflower. But was her interest reciprocated? And that brings us to the end of Chapter 5 of Sunflower's story. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can tune in soon to hear the next chapter. Or like I said, look us up on Facebook. Bye!